It's time, my friends, for a story retold. How is it going, you guys? It's been a very long time. Very long time since I have told this story. When I told the story on this channel before, it was either my old channel and re-uploaded on my new channel, or it was one of the first videos I released on this channel. Long time ago. Years upon years ago. And I was talking with some friends and I thought, hey, you guys don't remember this story? I put it on my channel. They're like, man, dude, you have too many videos on your channel, dude. I can't scroll down and watch all those. And besides, that's a dark place to be in. You don't want to go there, okay? You don't want to traverse that path. Looking at my old stuff is cringy at best. Okay? Laughable, not really. Unless you're making fun of me, unless you're laughing at me, then of course, it's probably one of the top 10 that you could probably watch to do that. So I figured I'd tell this story again, a little more updated, a little more, I mean, good at this? Probably not. But I am better with the camera, so maybe the story will come out a little bit better. So here we go. So obviously, this was a very long time ago. This was actually in high school. I want to say, holy crap, maybe 8, 9, 10 years ago. Very long time ago was this. So I was very young. Not I would say young enough to make this mistake, but definitely too old to make this mistake, if that makes any sense at all. So me and my friend at the time and his family rounded up together and we decided to go in on a little camping trip kind of thing near this lake. I have no idea. I have no idea where it is if you ask me, but it's at a lake that was really freaking cool and had like this nice, like, looked like a crater of water that just like kept coming down. It was like all natural. It was really cool. But anyway, chaos ensued after the first day. In the beginning, you know, when we drove in, I should have known that the red flag immediately once before we even got in. Because when we were driving in, you know, they have that gate thing that's like, hey, you belong here? Why, yes, I do. All right, come in. And then the second your car passes, it shuts for the next car. I should have known this was all going to go topsy-flippin' whenever we were pulling in, and it just came up, it went, kabra, and just karate chopped the car. That was life going, this is your last chance to leave, Devin. Just tell them that this is a sign. You can convince them to turn around. Feign diarrhea, implosive diarrhea, the worst kind. Get them to take you home because it's just going to get worse from here, kid. But I ignored it. I was like, whoa, that was crazy. And it dented the hood. It was like, it came down with vengeance. It came down like the parents owed them money. It slammed down on it and it was just, then it came back up. It was like, hey, it was a warning. Now you can come in. But it's only going to get worse. And it did. So to bring the layout of this place, so essentially imagine, once you pull in, it's a gigantic field. Big, huge space, at least to my small, tiny child brain. And there are cabins, like wood little cabins, spread out all around the field in a big circle. And in the dead center, the very center of this giant field, is the one restroom we all get to share. Did it bother me at the time? No. I'm a kid. All the cabins had bikes. It was easy. You know, you just jump on the bike, you wheel down, you go, you lean in, because there's no door. There was one that literally was designated for women that had a door inside of this tiny building. So it was urinal, toilet, shower, closed off room for the women. How that makes sense, because a woman's gonna have to go in and see a naked dude to get to their spot, I don't know, but it was there. Take it as you will. So, during the day, after the first day went pretty good. We saw the crater, it was really nice. Went on the little lazy river deal. It was a good time. Had little fake tire tube little things that made no sense to me as a child, but it was fun. But then the next day it all went to crap. So my friend only brought 2 shirts for the trip because it was a weekend. Kids don't think ahead. So he brought 2 shirts. And one of them got completely ruined the second day because he had such bad sunburn. It was literally, I don't even know what you call it, but it was like bubbling his back. His skin literally bubbled. It was gross. So he was out of commission. Both the parents, I believe, started arguing because the younger brothers of my friend were fighting or whatever they were doing. So it was causing problems, topsy-turvy. I'm a very reclusive child, was raised that way, was raised to speak when spoken to adults, all that sort of thing. So when they're arguing and all that stuff and causing all this drama and this aura's coming to me, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I'm just really keeping to myself, being quiet, not really complaining because I just don't want to make anything worse. So I'm just keeping everything to myself. So during the second day, when my stomach started doing the gurgles, I left it to myself. And that was my biggest mistake. Because that night, in the middle of the night, I was awoken by a ferocious demon who had possessed my lower intestines, screaming to my brain that there wasn't any waiting anymore, that I needed to go, or I was gonna go, in my bed. So I shot up with all the energy in the world. 2 a.m. this was, around, middle of the night. Who knows? I didn't have a smartphone to tell me what to do. I had a flip phone with 200 minutes left on it. I was scared, shivering, not by the cold weather, but by the fear to have just brown pants summoned from my body onto my legs. Terrified, ready to go. So I ran outside, ready to use the bike to go to the middle, right? I go out, I get to the bike, run to the side of the building. Where's the bike? It wasn't anywhere around the cabin. Panicked. I thought about using the neighbor's bike. The cabin wasn't too far off. I just walked there, use the bike, ride down. And then it hit me. My brain went, Devin, listen, we're young, we're naive, but we can't be stupid. You use that bike, you are going, it's a green bike, it's gonna come back brown or black, depending on how bad your stomach actually is, and you may need an exorcism afterwards. Don't use the bike. It's gonna get ruined. Also, you can't even make the trip to the middle without leaving a trail backwards for you to walk down. And also, it was pitch black in the middle of the night, and all I could see was the shining ray of hope just out of reach. The restroom. It was impossible. So I decided maybe I'd hoof it. Maybe I'd start walking. So, naive little me starts kind of waddling down there. And the second I leave the cabin, I remember, hey Devin, remember, you're afraid of the dark. And it is pitch black before you get to the restroom. So what did I do? Panicked. I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out, overthinking everything. What's gonna happen to me? Someone's gonna attack me. Someone could see me sitting here, and as I'm going in the middle, they're gonna snatch me up, run me to that restroom, and I didn't want to go to the restroom, okay? I wasn't going to go anymore. So what am I going to do? Am I going to go back to bed and hope for the best? Hope I can hold it in long enough for me to sleep and wake up in the morning like nothing's wrong? Hey, what's for breakfast? Eggs and sausage. I'll be right back. I'm going to explode. It was going to be the same situation in the morning, except now everyone can see me. All eyes are going to be on me and my running shorts. I only had one choice at that point. So I walked to the side of the cabin, dropped trowel, and let it all go. I told the heavens that there was nothing more that I could do as a small boy, and I let it all out into the open. The world trembled at what was released from my body. I thought I had lost 5 pounds. It felt like I was about to fly away like a balloon. I felt relieved. Peace was restored to my sanity and soul because the demons were out. But it was pitch black. I couldn't see where I was going. The cabin lights were off. All I could see was the restroom barely illuminating the night, the moon non-existent. So I felt around. I found the barrier, when I was running around trying to find the bike. I couldn't see. So I'm walking around, fiddling with it. I can barely kind of make out shapes. And I'm like, okay, so I had a problem. I'm no anal sniper. For lack of a better term, I apologize. I didn't have the best aim, missing my other areas. So I needed to wash. I needed something to wipe me off. Because if I go back in the cabin like this, and they smell me bringing in Satan's trash, we're going to have a problem. Everyone's going to wake up. Everyone's going to have questions, and I have no answers to give. So I'm walking around, feeling around, and finally I feel a shape. A rounded shape, and I'm like, okay, this feels cold. This is water. I don't know why this bucket's full of water. Maybe it rained last night, but I need to wash, so I'm going to wash. So I dig my poopy hands in there, and I start wiping my legs down. I get it all off, right? I get most of it off, but I mean, I need a wipe. I need something to wipe. Paper towels on the cabin. Now I'm soaked. What am I going to do? I'm not going to go in there waddling like a poopy penguin trying to grab a paper towels. Everyone's going to wake up. So I feel around again, and I feel some cloth. I'm like, ooh, this feels like a weird, cheap, fine something towel. I don't know. It felt weird. So I grabbed it, wiped down. I was like, okay, all right. I'm going to deal with this in the morning. Might take it to the lake, might try to get it washed. I don't know what to do, so I waddled over and I found the back of the trailer and I slapped that crap right in the back of the trailer. I figured it was hidden. So I walk back into the cabin, confident. Felt like I got away with murder. I was like, this is great. I'm done. I don't need to do anything. So I walked in, got to bed, and fell asleep. And what felt like seconds passed before I heard the cries of a familiar voice. A very angry adult familiar voice. It was the dad. Very angry. Very quickly followed by the cries of my friend at the time and his mother. And I woke up again, naive, but not dumb. And I knew exactly what happened. So I walked out of the front door and I saw all these things happen at the same time. It felt like time slowed down just long enough for me to visualize all that was happening. And these are the events that I witnessed. To my left, I saw the dad. Ankle deep. Impressively ankle deep for my age. In my mound of waste. And it was bad. I didn't get to see it because it was dark. But it was unholy. It was bad, and I thought it was going to start speaking about my past and the bad things that I've done because it was evil. And this man stepped in it, and he was so angry. All I could do was lift it and just do the foot, hand point, screaming, cursing, all words I'd never heard before at that age. And I moved to the center and saw the mom holding a white bucket filled with water that just so happened to be the water that we were supposed to wash our faces and hands in for the rest of the weekend. And, you know what happened to it. So I'm not going to go into descriptions about how it looked, how bad it was, and how hands and faces were about to be touching inside of it. So I'm not going to go into that detail. So, but then the last thing I saw, looked to my far right, and I saw my friend at the time holding up his last shirt for the weekend, now covered in my feces, covered in my poop. And at that moment I had a choice to make, a very quick choice, because all eyes then turned to me. What am I going to do? Am I just going to sit there and be like, yeah, guys, I'm sorry, I had to poop last night? What am I going to tell you? I'm not that mature at the time. I'm a young kid. What am I going to do? Just be some adult about it with maturity and tell them, hey, guys, I'm real sorry. You know, we can make this right. I'll clean that in the lake. I'll dump that and get new water, and I'll wash your leg for you. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I was scared of the dark. It was dark. The illumination of the bathroom was only so far away. And when I didn't know that this camp was going to have a God's trial on when you have to take a freaking dump. I didn't know. I wasn't prepared. So what did I do? I immediately feigned ignorance. Who did this? What happened? Oh my God. What is that on your leg? Holy crap. What the? And then, oh no, the bucket. What happened to the bucket? Oh, there's so much poop in there. Who did? What animal would have done this? Is that your shirt? Oh my gosh, isn't that your only one for the weekend? Oh, dude, I'm glad I was asleep. Oh, and it smells. Oh God. And thus spawned my theater career. The lies that I had to tell for the rest of the weekend. The ignorance I had to feign every time they tried to test me to see if it was me. And I felt bad. I felt bad for so long until I created a YouTube channel and I told it on it. And then I just felt at peace. And it's been, what has it been, almost 10, 11, 12 years now? I shouldn't care. I'm sorry. They've had plenty of showers since then. He hasn't kept that shirt. It was like Weezer or something. And that bucket. What am I going to do with the bucket? All right. Water is water. It's not going to, it is finished. The event is finished. I've apologized already. And I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to do it, but what are you going to do? A man needs to poop. That's the lesson here. A man needs to poop, and when you make a camp, don't put the only bathroom an acre away. Maybe we should do that. Maybe. There'll be more kids like me pooping on your legs. But anyway, my friends, that went way too long, and I'm apologizing right now. So very sorry. Probably got to cut most of that out. But I hope you enjoyed your time. I hope you enjoyed this story retold, and if you really want to see the cringy older version that I think is only 8 minutes long, feel free to scroll all the way down on my channel, because I honestly don't want to find it, because I'm scared to find what I see, or to see what I find. I'd rather say my brain's going back to being a kid again, so I'm going to end it here. So I really hope you enjoyed your time. I really hope you enjoyed this, and until then, my friends, I will see you in the next video.